If there's one thing that's crucial in Sahaj, sort of the bedrock or the mainstay of Sahaj meditation, it is the power of our attention. We know that thoughtless awareness is the state of meditation as far as Sahaj is concerned. And thoughtless awareness results because of our attention being elevated to a higher state of consciousness. And that's why we say that everything revolves or centers around our attention. Specifically, what happens in Sahaj meditation is that it separates your attention, your pure, clear attention, from your thoughts that are coming from all directions. Think of this analogy. You have a nice pond, clear, still water, right? And the surface of the pond, the water, can be thought of as your attention. Now, try and drop some rocks in it. What happens? It's all over. The surface is disturbed. That's exactly what happens to your attention due to your thoughts. Of course, thoughts are necessary. We need the power of thinking. There is that tipping point beyond which our attention loses control. You are suddenly lost. Your thoughts have consumed you. You have been thinking for minutes or hours, and suddenly you realize you never knew when that thought consumed you completely. That is a situation that we don't want to be in. And so Sahaj meditation, the real benefit of it is that it helps you clearly separate your attention from your thoughts, and it gives you that higher state of consciousness which clearly takes you to that plane where thoughts cannot exist. And by consciously trying to get into the state of meditation a few times a day, you almost practice how to extract or extricate your attention from this muddle of attention plus thoughts all being together. Attentional control is about knowing precisely where your attention is, directing your attention to where it ought to be. This whole ability to control your attention also gives you a lot of self-awareness and self-monitoring. What that means is, because you are able to witness something and you're able to direct your pure, clear attention for the most part without it being muddled up by thoughts, you have a greater chance of seeing yourself in clearer light and regulate your emotions, as they call it. It's called emotional regulation. So you are able to analyze your emotions very clearly. Beyond this, there is one benefit, which is reduction in impulsiveness. Because your attention is clear and you exactly know where it is, and your thoughts are not consuming you, you're much more likely not to act out of impulse, not to have knee-jerk reactions. And so these three things in tandem, if you look at attentional control, the self-awareness and self-monitoring, and reduction in impulsiveness, these three things combined together are probably the most important factors or benefits for disorders such as ADHD. Negative thinking is another important aspect that you can avoid as a result of your attentional control that you develop using the practice of Sahaj meditation. You will find that there will be situations where that trauma, for example, or that negative situation is having a very strong pull or influence on you. But being a Sahaj meditator, you just snap back or bounce back and you tell yourself that, hey, my attention is getting dragged unduly towards this negative stuff. Now I'm going to work on it. I'm going to try to force myself to get into that thoughtless awareness and gradually pull myself out of this vicious cycle of negative thinking. Beyond that, attention and attentional control is also fundamental to establishing, I would say, positive traits, character and personality traits. So the long-term personality improvement can really only work if your attention is perceiving how you are behaving, what are your behaviors, how are you feeling, how are you reacting towards others. All of these are important benefits that arise out of the power of our attention and the attentional control that results from the practice of Sahaj meditation. And incidentally, this is exactly why we say that Sahaj meditation is not just some relaxation therapy. It's not just about some close your eyes, stay calm and you're relaxed. It is a lot more.